Hey guys, you guys should be able to hear me perfectly now. Let me copy this URL here and let's see how things are going. Let's see here, let's get this on. Alrighty guys, so if you guys could hear me fine, please go in the trade room there and let me know. Just want to make sure everything is going great. Alrighty. Good. Could you hear the fan in the background? Picture quality, everything's good? I want to know, because if this setup's fine, we're going to use this setup every day. And what's nice is on the live screen over here, we could be doing classes throughout the day. Thanks, William. Eric, I've been doing it for 16 hours a day, so sorry, there's not enough hours in the day. And secondly, you don't have to force trades. It's 10:40 in the morning. Nothing trading yet. Facebook's having a really nice run today. Facebook looks ready to reach that 205 to 210 area. Thinking about making another trade on Facebook here. Let's take a look at the option chain. Thanks, Tom. Tom, that fan in the background, that's not a problem, is it? Let's see, December 20th. Let's take a look at Facebook here. 202.50 is going for 350. 5, 5, 6, 8. $223. Okay, so it's not bothering you guys having the fan on in the background, or would you rather me shut it off there? Would really like to jump into a Facebook trade here. As you can see, here's the option chain to the right, chart to the left. 205 to 210. That should be easily doable by December 20th. Alrighty, the fan is off now. If that's a big difference, let me know, because I definitely need to keep cool in here. Like I said, I'm roasting with these 12 monitors here. Alright, Facebook is looking good. I have AMD. So as you guys can see right here, here's my notebook. So far I have AMD down. I'm going to put Facebook down as well. I'm looking for a swing trade setup for this week. Something like a weekly paycheck trade. So we're looking for something with a little bit less risk, nice chart setup, and something we can make a quick swing trade on. Maybe anywhere from 5 to 10 days. So we're going to be looking for that today. Mondays, we're not in a hurry to jump into anything. Letting the markets digest the news.
Okay, Biocardia resumes trading now.
Can you guys hear that?
449 again.
Clear?
Very low volume on that big pop off the lows, $4.49 in Biocardia.
Did you guys hear that pretty fine, or was it muffled? All right, great. I want you guys to be able to hear that. Great. Alrighty, so let's look for some swing trades. What I'm going to do is write down on my notepad here if I see any. First off, I'm going to take a look at the day's upgrades, downgrades, unusual options activity. Let's take a look. It should have came out today. Top upgrades, downgrades for December 9th. Let's take a look here. They upgraded Dow.
APTO, Aptos Biosciences, popping to the high, $3.84, APTO.
I'm just going through a few
Fox
here.
Business, Ed Lawrence says multiple congressional sources saying there is a deal over USMCA with Mexico. Says
There is a deal with Mexico. Listen up.
it will be finalized in the next 24 hours.
Be finalized in the next
From
24 hours.
Lawrence of Fox Business.
Let's see what the markets do here with that news. Markets are getting a nice little pop. Let's see. FTV had a few upgrades.
In the Mexico ETF, DWW, off the highs now at 43.54, up about 1.25%. Again, Ed Lawrence of Fox Business says that a deal will be finalized in the next 24 hours, according to his sources.
Now, see this Fortive FTV. That's looking good for something like 3 to 6 months out or a little bit further. We have 80 as target resistance, so you could get something like a 75 strike call or something like an in the money spread if you're looking at FTV. Alrighty, so let's take a look at that. December 20th. I'd go with at least the March.
Amazon said President Trump exerted improper pressure on the Pentagon to keep a lucrative cloud computing deal from going to his perceived political enemy, company founder Jeffrey Bezos. That's AMZN. That's from the Wall Street Journal.
Oh boy, always something. 75.80, going for 212 to be worth 5. It's a max net gain of 136%. That's deeper out of the money though. There goes Diamond on the climb. Facebook holding below that 203. 203 is acting as resistance for Facebook. Once we could get a climb above that, might be trading that there. Let's continue to go down the watch list here. I want to look for something for this week, next week. Let's go down the watch list. Bank of America. Baidu. Booking looks like it might retrace back down to 1900 before climbing again. Citigroup is looking great there. We got resistance right around 76, 76.50. CMG is holding at resistance right there. Cisco's not doing too much. It's going to be a nice trade set up once that's ready to move. CVX, NTZ. Expedia is still looking great there. We nailed that Expedia trade, guys. That was a really nice trade setup. And we got that right on that base hook there. This is a hook pattern We had a nice support right around 94 to 95. We had that first candle above the 10 SMA. We jumped in, and then we had our target mid shaft there at the drop. So 105 to 110 was our target. Nailed that one. I think we made 150, 160% on that one. We had a spread. We also had some calls. That one's still looking good. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Disney retraced right back down to that 20 SMA. Let's look for that green candle confirmed bounce off the 20 SMA. Facebook is still looking really great here. Facebook might be one of those trades I jump in on a Monday. Usually don't like to trade on a Monday, but Facebook's looking pretty good there, especially if it could break 203. If it could break 203 today, I'd jump in. Look at the move on Google today. What a move. I think I sold the Google and Sophie's account. Sold pretty much everything for her. You know what? I think I'm going to make a small trade. I wanted to do a Facebook trade in Sophie's account there on Facebook, but not until it breaks that 203. Let's continue down. Groupon. Groupon's looking nice for a longer term trade there. If it could break that resistance right at $3.05, get a green candle with body above 305, that's going to be a nice trade up to 350, 375 next 6 months. Let's see. Let me put this up here so I can see what you guys are saying. Bob said Disney is sure pop in the bed. We could look at Disney quick. Disney's not doing too much, Bob. It's holding at that 20. If you know the trade plan, you know it's holding at that 20 SMA. So if we get a green candle tomorrow on that and hold above that blue 20 SMA there, I might even jump into a Disney trade for December 20th Expo. Yeah, Bob, that's not poop in the bed there. Not sure what you're looking at, but with our trade plan, we're watching it come down to that 20 SMA, hold that 20, and possibly climb there. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. If we get a green candle on that tomorrow and hold that 20 SMA, I'm going to be adding Disney December 20th Expos. Maybe even a little further out. Let's see. We're not in any Disney trades right now. Amazon, the Diamond December 20th put that we got as a hedge, the Microsoft 150 strike, call that's in the green, Qualcomm spread, and Uber call. You've held them for over a month. Bob, I'm out of the Disney trades that I've had. I posted those in here last week, I believe. Alrighty, let's continue to go down this watch list here. JP Morgan looks like such a nice chart here. Definitely a nice climb. This is something we could go with a longer term trade with. Let's see, Lilly. Let's go down the watch list here, see what we could find. I like how Macy's is holding that support. It's in the NTZ, trading between the SMAs, but it's pretty much, for the most part, holding that 15 a share support area. MasterCard came right back down to that 10. Green candle on that. Tomorrow I might enter. This stock here, MAA, this one's looking nice. As you can see, it uses the 50 SMA as support. Came back down to the 50, had a nice climb, came down to the 50, nice climb, got up to resistance, failed, came back down to the 50, climbed, new low though, and then it came back down to the 50. Now you can see what it's doing. So based on this chart, what you can see, we have a high here of about 140. We retraced back down to that 50 SMA, and on that next climb, we failed to break above the previous climb resistance. So we didn't even get up to 140 on this climb here. So then we retraced back down to the 50. Then when we had that next climb, it was even shorter than the previous climb here. So as you can see, we're making lower highs each time we're having that breakout momentum off the 50 SMA. So this is telling me, first off, we got a wedge forming here, as you guys can see. I think I can't do that on this computer, but we got a nice wedge forming here. So we're going to be looking for a make or break on MAA. Not one we normally trade, but something to watch. MCD is looking good, 1020 cross. This is one that I might jump into and get something like the January 17th Expo. Let's see what they're going for, how they look. Let's see, if we picked up the 195 strike call, that's going for about $3.72. It's not a bad chart here. I think I'm going to make a small trade on MCD for now. Let's put that one down on the list here as well. MCD 194.84. I like putting down the current price. That way when I go back to it later in the day, I could see what she's been doing since I wrote it down. That's looking nice though. We got that 1020 cross. Hold it above the 1020. Let's look for a climb up to around 200. If we picked up the 195 straight call for the January 17th Expo, that's not a bad setup there. I'm gonna post that trade ID in the trade room here. Trade idea on MCD. Buy to open the MCD 195 strike calls at 3.72 per contract. So far we have AMD, Facebook, FTV, MCD. Look at down below here, 1055.57, AMD, Advanced Micro Devices Option Alert, January 17th, 42 strike call sweep. Let's take a look at AMD quick. Definitely looking nice there, nice climb. It's up to 41. I'd hold off on AMD just for right now. Merck is still looking good. Microsoft is really looking ready for a climb, in my opinion. Now see, the thing with Microsoft, if we jumped into a trade on Microsoft, what we can do is we can have that 10 SMA here. Let me zoom in a little bit here. So you see the yellow line here. This is the 10-day simple moving average. The blue line's the 20-day simple moving average. We could jump into a Microsoft trade right now and look at something like the January 17th Expo. And if we took a look at the, let's say the 150 strike call, look at the volume on the 155s. Alrighty, so if we did something...
CNBC tweeting streaming services like Disney Plus aren't likely to make money anytime soon, according to an analyst. Disney off the lows at 147.31.
Alrighty, so if we're looking at this, the 150 strike calls going for theoretically 4.57. So we need that at around 159 for 100% return, or we could pick up the 155 strike, and same thing, 159 is going to be right around our 100% return mark. Doesn't look like a bad setup here. I think I'm going to jump into the January 17th 150. So let me write that down here on my notepad. MSFT. It's 150 177, and we're looking at the 150 strike call at 4.57, and that's going to be for a January 17th expo. So that's what I write down on my notepad here, and then I usually give it a number of 1 to 5, 1 being the strongest and then 5 being the weakest, looking for a possible retracement back down to the SMA, and then a confirmed bounce for an entry, and then those ones are ones that you could pick up anytime. When I give it a value of 1, if I give it a value of 5, like I said, that means it might be, for example, right here on Microsoft, if you're looking here, if I gave this a 4, that means I might wait for that to retrace a bit back down to that 10 and get that confirmed bounce, which is that green candle the following day, and then that would be my entry. So if I give it a 4 or a 5, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it retracing back down to that 10 or 20 SMA and then possibly looking for an entry on that confirmed bounce. So that's really important for you guys if you know our trade alerts and know the values that I give to those, anywhere from a 1 to a 5. So Microsoft, that's what I'm looking at there. I got that written down. MCD, I was looking at the 195 strike calls for same thing, Gen Expo.
Results from French phase
Markets are pretty flat right now. Let's take a look at the Diamond ETF and the Qs.
As a citidine and patients with
Diamond's not doing too much. See the size of that candle today, so that's non-directional. And as you can see, here's a today 1 minute chart here. We're slowly trending downward, as you can see here, getting up to that 50, failing, breaking lower. If we break below 280.40, then we might have another break lower and get down to the day's low around 280.25. So keep an eye on that. Right now, the momentum in the market is slightly down. So we're heading slightly lower right now. That's on the Diamond ETF. Let's take a look at the Qs. I just said on the YouTube chat there, how do you guys like the quality of this video? I haven't seen it yet. Obviously, it's the first time we're doing it here in the office. So let me know how you like that quality. Qualcomm's still looking good, up around 2.5%. Now, with Qs here, if we could get a candle above that red 50 SMA, I'll definitely be jumping in looking at 205.50 as resistance up to 205.60. That's looking nice here. 1020 cross. Let's look for a candle above that 50 SMA. Tom says it looks good. Zamboni says looks good. How's the sound quality? Pretty good? Wilker Enterprises says, great, watching on my phone. Guys, here's a really great idea. For those of you that have a smart TV, you could go on your YouTube channel or on our YouTube channel on your smart TV, watch us, and then you could just trade from your cell phone or your laptop. I have so many people that do that. It's really nice because you could get this set up. You could see the charts here as we're going over them. Yes, Zamboni, I'm right across the street from Universal Studios. Tom says the sound is very good. That's great, guys. Looking forward to it. We got a lot to do. I'd really like to get these new microphones to work so I could walk around and be on the board a little bit more here. Nice. Zamboni said he has a condo down the street. Where at? Are you in Metro West or what area? We're still going through the watch list here, guys, so just keep an eye. NVIDIA is looking really good. We're in BDM right now on NVIDIA, but if we take a look at the 3-month daily, this is looking nice, ready for a climb. I might jump in. I think I'm going to jump into NVIDIA, guys. This one's a hell of a mover here, and it's looking great. December 20th Expo. Let's take a look at the 210. Let's take a look. I think I'm going to pick up the 2 1250s. That's actually a pretty nice trade there. December 13th. I'm going to make it a small trade because it's this week's Expo. So probably going to make this a $2,500 trade, the 21250. That's going, we got nice open interest, nice volume. As you guys can see as well, take a look at the calls versus the puts. We got a lot more buyers of the calls coming in than the puts. So the 21250, let me write that down on the notepad here, NVDA. She's currently at 213.28. And our target on NVIDIA is going to be 220. So that could be a nice gain there if we continue to climb. Alrighty, let's see. 10 contracts. Last traded, let's see, theoretically 3.45. So that's going to be about a $3,450 trade. It's a little bit larger than what I want, but sounds okay. Let's see. Alrighty, guys, I am now in the NVIDIA trade. I just entered. Let me find the trade room. Alrighty. Once we have that cross here again on NVIDIA, I'm going to enter into Sophia's account as well. Zamboni, your house is in Metro West, you said? That's nice. Alrighty, let's continue to go down the list here. I'm going to keep, let me put in a video over here on the other chart so I can keep an eye on that closely. Put that on a 1 day. There we go. Alrighty, let's go down this watch list here, see if we find anything else catches our eye. Qualcomm's looking really great here, guys. It came right down to that 80 support. It's on the climb now. You know, we could easily look at you know, right around 85.75 to 86. That's the next resistance. We could break through that. We could easily see 89 to 90 a share. Diamond's breaking lower here, so keep an eye on that, guys. Pretty slow day, not too much going on. Snapchat's not doing too much. Let's go down the list here. Tandem, TNDM, that's in BDM here. I might get down to 57.50. That might be a quick, nice trade there for some puts. Tesla is still looking good on the climb. 3-month daily. I like that setup on Tesla. Not a stock I usually trade, but really nice setup there. Came down to support right around 325, and we're getting a candle above the 10-day SMA and starting to climb there. I should have held off on selling my Ulta this morning. I sold to open in the wrong account on Friday. I did it in both accounts, and I didn't know I had level 4 in the main account there. So I was short 100 shares on Ulta this morning. I called TD up. I said, hey, let's sell it there in the pre-market hours. It was down about $1, so made $100 on that trade, on that mistake, I should say, by accident. But if I held it, would have been up over 700 right now on that trade. And like I said, that was a mistake. So let's see, Visa. Visa's starting to climb here. This is looking pretty good, guys. Look at how well it's holding that 20 SMA. You know, we had a nice breakout, came right back down, retested that 20 SMA, the blue line. Breakout momentum, consolidation, holding above that 10 SMA. Nice breakout momentum again. Crushed the previous highs there. Very bullish. And then when we retraced, we came back down to that 20 SMA before having that next climb, which again, it broke above resistance from the previous highs. And here we go, retraced back down to that 20, and now we're looking for a climb, and we're looking to take out that 184, 185 area. Over to the right here, you can see Diamond ETFs on the drop there, on the decline. Up above's NVIDIA, not doing too much, 213.25. So like I said earlier today, you know, slightly trending a little bit lower, just being patient, disciplined, and watching for these setups here. Jumped into that NVIDIA trade today so far, and that's it as of right now. Take a look at IQ. Let's take a look. Guys, Visa's looking good, though. I'm going to put that on the list as well. Visa's at 182.21. I'd be looking at 184.5 to 185 as target resistance for a short-term swing trade. It's nice when you're marking down these trades. So far, we have AMD, Facebook, FTV, McDonald's, MCD, Microsoft, MSFT, NVIDIA, NVDA, and Visa V. So we got those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have those 7 stocks on our notepad right next to us here, looking for a possible swing trade on those. Other than that, markets are pretty slow today. Heading a little bit lower here. Take a look at NVIDIA. Let's change this to a today 1-minute chart. As you can see, we're getting up to that 10. It's failing right now. It's coming down to the resistance at 213. If we could hold above 213, I might add into Sophie's account. If not, watch that to continue lower here. We're going to be taking a look at the unusual options activity shortly. It's really hot in this room. I got to put that fan back on. Hope it doesn't bother you guys. Macy's is up over 2% today. Look at Macy's taking off, guys. This one was just pretty flat this morning. We were just talking about it. Macy's is looking good. It's on the climb. Nice climb there, guys. Let's see if we could jump into a short-term trade here on Macy's. December 13th, 1550. Maybe I'll jump into a small trade on the 1550s. You know what, maybe I'll do that one in Sophie's account here. Let's see. Trade options. Let's look at a Macy's single order, buy to open. What are they going for? The 1550s. I forgot. Get 30 contracts. Expo December 13th, 0.25. Alrighty, there we go. I just got into Macy's and Sophie's account. I picked up the December 13th, 1550 strike call at 25 cents. Let's see if that filled here. Yeah. We are in. Looking good. Looking good there, guys. Alrighty. Alrighty, Zamboni says take a look at IQ. IQ's looking good there. Looking good for a swing trade. Longer term swing trade setup. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Let's go to 1 year out. Zamboni, that's looking like a really nice setup there. I'm going to put that on IQ. Resistance right around. $22.50 short-term target on IQ there, Zamboni. So what I'd be looking for is if you're doing something like IQ. Ooh, there goes our 1550 strike calls on Macy's, already starting to take off. Nice. Alrighty, IQ. Let me first put that in the trade room here that I got those Macy calls. They might have downgraded it, but it's on the climb there, Steve. Nice climb today, actually. Diamond's still heading lower here. That IQ looks like a really nice chart there, Zamboni. Let's take a look. I wanted to go back here, see if the calls look feasible for IQ or if it's going to be something more like a spread. So 21. That's not bad. Look at the volume there as well. The IQ. I'll give an IQ trade idea.
HPQ, February 21 call sweep above the asking Hotel Papa Quebec.
Qualcomm's still on the rise. As you guys can see, tech is still holding and climbing. The Dow's not doing too much, still on the drop there, but tech is holding up and looking good. That's why we've been focusing in on tech so frequently. Feel like I'm getting a sore throat. Got to keep using hand sanitizer. Don't want to get all these germs. Visa pulled back a little bit there. Let's take a look at MasterCard. First off, Visa 3-month daily. It's looking good. I might pick up a Visa trade a little bit later today. This is nice. Around 11:30, I'll shut this off. I could go on the site, make these trade ideas here that we went over today. We'll find the best of the breed. Macy's is still looking pretty good. Delta 5606. Let's take a look at Delta chart here. What are the airlines doing? Not too much, that's for sure. American Airlines, JBOU. UAL. Still trending slightly lower, guys, so holding off on any other trades there. Still got our December 20th diamond puts there. Holding on to those. Apple, optional alert, January 17, 265 put sweeps coming in. Disney, they're picking up the calls on Disney for this Friday and the December 20th Expo. Let's take a look at Disney, see if that's moving, if that's got anything we could take advantage of. See, Disney's still in BDM on a today 1 minute chart, so they're buying into Disney right now, but with our trade plan, we could get a better fill and a better entry if we wait until we get a candle above that 10, 20, 50 SMA, which will signify a bullish run there, bullish chart pattern. As you can see over to the right here, guys, take a look at the diamond. Diamond ETF is really breaking lower here. So keep an eye on that. We have the diamond puts, and that's what I meant about taking advantage last week of those calls. We locked in some really nice profits last week, and now we still have the diamond puts, and we can take advantage of those as well. So it's all about timing and about chart setups. We jumped into those diamond December 20th puts because A, of the tariffs coming in December 15th, B, the impeachment vote that's coming, and some of the economic news, political news. So definitely heading lower here on the diamond ETF. The Qs, Dow's down around 56 points now. Nasdaq's down about 5. So pretty slow start to a Monday. Dow's not down too much, 55 points. That's not much for the Dow. So nothing crazy where I'd be saying, hey, let me jump into some more puts or anything like that. There's none of that right now. So right now it's just waiting, watching, being disciplined, and looking for those possible swing trade setups. And as we go along here, guys, we're going to be having more events throughout the day. Like we might have something around 10:30 where we're going to go over unusual options activity on the board here. And we could look at the top 3 stocks and put them on the website. Say, hey, here's the top 3 unusual options activity today to keep an eye on. You know, there's so many things we could do to better the service here. And I'm all about that. And we're going to be taking advantage of those situations here since we have the technology available. There goes Disney, guys. Remember what we were saying. Look for that candle above the 10, 20, 50 SMA. They were jumping in for the Disney 145 strike calls for the December 20th Expo and the 148 calls for this week's Expo. So like I said here, if we wanted to jump into a Disney trade, what we'd be doing is waiting for that candle above the 10, 20, 50 SMA. Because right now, as you can see, we're in BDM, breakdown momentum. We got up to that 50 SMA, that red line, up to that 50, and we failed, and we're heading lower. So obviously, when you're in breakdown momentum and you know the momentum here is lower, there goes diamond over to the right. Look at that breakdown here. Candle below previous body's candle. This is signifying a true breakdown momentum on diamond ETF. And that's very easily to trade with our trade plan. Disney, like I said, if you wanted to follow them and pick up those calls, there's some call sweeps coming in for the 145, 148 strikes for this week and December 20th Expo. But like I said, I wouldn't enter until we get a candle and confirmation above the 10, 20, 50 SMA. So look for a candle right around 147.40 for entry if we were going to do that. What time do you guys think would be good to come on and do like a quick end of the day recap video? I was thinking right around 3:15, 3:30. We could go over, we could do a 10-15 minute video, go over the trades, some trade ideas, our current positions, and what we're going to be watching for the following day. I think right around 3:15 to 3:30 would be good timing for that. Diamond's getting up to that 10 SMA here. We can see if it's going to get up to that, act as resistance, and then fail and head lower. Pretty slow day, guys. Dow's still down around 55 points. Google's having a nice run today, up about 10 bucks. Getting up to that 1350 area. And we talked about that last week. We talked about Google having a run. There goes Disney there. Take a look at Disney. There's the first candle above the 10, 20, 50 SMA. Is it going to hold and are you going to get confirmation? Well, that's a 1 minute candle right there. So, got to see where this ends. Still trading in the NTZ there, trading between SMAs. Now it's looking bullish though. In the next 5 minutes, we should have a nice climb on Disney.
KOD, Kodiak Sciences, trading higher again today, up about 3.5% at 67.02 Kilo Oscar Delta.
Let's finish going over the upgrades, downgrades that we were looking at this morning. KRA is looking pretty nice. KRA chart, KRA over here to the left. As you can see, we got that 1020 cross coming up. We have the MACD cross looking good. 2750. Well, we could say here 26 and then 2750. KRA. That's another nice one here. 20. What do we say? 26. Target 1. And target number 2 is going to be right around 29. KRA is currently at 24.15. So I'd be looking for a swing trade on KRA. That's not a bad setup right there.
FTSV hitting new highs now, 2864. FTSV.
So I just got an email from the guys at Benzinga. They gave me a price to include all that on our website for you guys at no additional cost. Quite costly, but I'm going to see what's included. I think that's going to help you guys out tremendously. Even though it might cost me a couple $1,000 a month, I think it'll be worth it for you guys.
MDB Meredith extends multi-year licensing agreement contract for Better Homes and Gardens branded products exclusively on Walmart. That's Michael Delta Papa, MDP.
Let's see here. That THC is looking really great, guys. Someone brought this up the other week, didn't they?
GLW pointing, seeing new highs now. All activity earlier in GLW.
Nike looks like it's ready to retrace. So take a look at the Nike chart. You got the first candle below the previous candle's body. Paula, are you listening? Watch this. I bet we could see Nike retrace back down to at least 95, possibly back down to the 10, around 94-ish. Alrighty guys, it's 11:41. I'm gonna go post some of these on the website, the trade ideas with some charts, and I'll be in the trade room with you guys. Let me know what you think of the setup here, and please let me know if you have any ideas of things we could do throughout the day as like a team building exercise or trading exercises. Whatever you think is going to be beneficial, let me know, because I'd love to do some interactive things with you guys too throughout the day. So, going to get off here, going to go in the trade room, and I'm going to also post these on the site there. So, if you guys have any questions, I'll be in the trade room, and let's make it a great week this week, guys. I'm looking to make between 5 and 10,000 this week. That's my goal this week that I'm setting for myself. I think we're going to have some good trading days ahead of us for the rest of this year. So, looking forward to it. The key is patience, discipline, and following that trade plan, guys. We just entered to that NVIDIA trade, Macy's trade. I'm going to hold that for now and see what the markets do here. I'll see you guys in the trade room. And like I said, if you have any type of suggestions, please let me know. That'd be really great. That's valuable to me if you guys could give some suggestions to make the trading day a little bit better here. Let me see here. What tab are we on? Also, I think for tomorrow I'm going to put the YouTube and the trade room at the upper screen there so I can see both the YouTube chat and the Facebook chat. I think that'll be easier for us. That way I can answer your questions throughout the day. Also, I want to give you guys the office number here. If you guys need, I'm not sure what the office number is. Let me see. Alrighty guys, so if you're interested in calling, and someone could call now if they'd like, I'm going to put the phone number here. So our office phone number is 407-926-0350. Let me post that in the trade room. And I think the receptionist will answer, so just say you want the desk of Dave Santarelli. That's the office number, guys. If anyone needs to get in touch with me, that's the number. Let's see, Azaria said SQ for a day trade. Let's take a look at Square quick. SQ, right down to that 20. That's looking nice there for a possible swing. Azaria, that's a nice setup there. Good eye and good catch.
Senior Democratic aide says House Democrats still studying proposed changes to U.S. Mexico-Canada trade deal. That's from Reuters now.
Let's take a look at PayPal, see what that's doing as well.
CNST Constellation price target raised to a new street high of $65 at Baird. That's CNST.
Look at the December 20th, 67. That's actually pretty cheap, guys. The 67 strike call for Square. Azaria, that one's for you. SQ is looking good there, Azaria. SQ will be on our watch list for a swing trade. Obviously, tomorrow, if that has a green candle, that'd be a nice entry. Day trade, though, that's looking phenomenal. That's a really nice catch you had there. There's the 1020 cross, confirmation candle at 1136. If you entered 1136, that's 66.92. You got a nice gain there on a little day trade. But it is Monday, so that extrinsic value and implied volatility, you know, you're not going to see too much of a gain on that unless you get back up to that 67.50 or 67.75, 68 area. But that's definitely looking good there as area. I'd be looking at 70 as a target for the December 20th calls if you're picking that up. So if you're picking up the 67 strike calls, you know, you're looking to sell at 70, so that means that would be worth $3. If you're picking that up for $1.62, I'd put in a limit order to sell that at $3 a contract. 3 divide that by 1.62, and that's a net gain of 85.19%. So that's really nice. Looking at Square, you're already telling yourself if you get up to $70 a share by buying the 67 strike call for the December 20th Expo, right now that 67 calls worth, you could buy it for $1.62. But if we get back up to that 70, it's going to be worth $3. You bought it for $1.62 or $162 a contract, it could be worth $3. So what you're paying $162 for could be worth $300 if we get back up to that resistance and target profit area at $70 a share from now until December 20th. So that's a really nice trade setup, nice looking chart. Your stop is very simple. First candle below the 20 SMA. Or you could do, you know, if you have another red candle tomorrow. But if it holds that 20, I'd still hold on to that trade, maybe even pick up or add to that trade. But if it breaks below that 20 SMA, that's your exit signal and you're out of that trade. And obviously, if you break above that 10 SMA, that's a nice opportunity to add to that trade as well, add to those calls. Alrighty guys, gonna head off of here for now. Like I said, if you guys could give any type of feedback, that'd be fantastic. And I will see you guys in the trade room. Let's have a great week this week, guys. Take care and God bless. See you in the trade room. See you guys. Great day and nice setup, guys. Any feedback, please let me know.